Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ashes of the Singularity Escalation. Today I'm launching a new video series, which is called Battle Highlights, which I thought is a cool sounding name. I mean, if I saw a battle highlight, I'd watch that. That sounds fun. And Ashes has a lot of interesting battles. The scale can get quite large. You can get a lot of stuff going on. So this is a battle from Mirach that I played with Shimbalama. I play with him rather often because we're in similar time zones. He's in Australia and we're pretty similarly matched as well. So the games are generally rather interesting. So this isn't the battle, by the way. This is like the prelude to the battle, the warm up. So I had a good engagement there though because my Hyperion was leveling up. It was taking out several cruisers, but once I saw that he has his own dreadnought, the Retributor, I'm pulling back now. I don't want to fight there because he has a pretty good mix of supporting cruisers. But really the main reason is because I have another Hyperion dreadnought almost done. So I want to make sure I have that 2 versus 1 engagement and just have a very clean victory. So the purpose of this video is to explain some of my thought process behind my tactics and explain the battle that happens and really just showcase how cool the battles can be. This isn't the biggest and the most epic battle that we'll see. There are other videos that I can do that involve multiple juggernauts, for example. But I think that this was a really fun battle because it had some interesting tactics that were involved and some decision making throughout the heat of the actual battle itself. But that being said, right now my concern when I'm playing that was the Tyrannium, because he has a decent lead over me in terms of Tyrannium. He has the middle camped, he has the top right. So he has discovered my Sentinels. There are only 2 of them there. He does have some of the Tormentor artillery frigates, so he is shelling away at my forces. I'm going to be grouping up my forces here and going for the kill. I don't have much of a supporting army because I spent all of my resources towards churning out that second dreadnought. I do have a decent mix though of mainly anti-air, which is all that I needed because of the fact that my dreadnoughts have no anti-air and I knew he had some air forces in the army. So I'm pulling my supporting forces back. I don't want them taken out, I just want them safely in the back lines for support. So now double Hyperion versus his army. Throw down an EMP, that'll knock out his shields, so his cruisers will be much weaker. He is building a disrupted tower in the back lines, but that engineer gets sniped down, so no longer. Now I can turn to engage his Retributor. 2 versus 1 dreadnoughts here, but more cruisers are being rallied in. He's trying to finish off that disrupted tower, but my dreadnought turns to engage, once again taking out the constructor, not able to complete that disrupted tower. So my dreadnought's getting pretty low here. I throw down my intensive care orbital. That'll heal all the units in that area. His dreadnought though does get taken down, but so does mine. Only 1 dreadnought left. He still has me flanked and surrounded with a number of cruisers, and the disrupted tower does complete. He called down an avatar which was able to finish that one off, but my dreadnoughts entered the minimum range, so it won't be able to fire for now. The disruptor also has a lot of splash damage because it engages multiple targets, but not a lot of single target damage. So wasn't actually that much of a big deal against my dreadnoughts. What it does, as you can see, is it prevents my reinforcements from being rallied in. It does get taken out now, but it bought in some time, which means my anti-air frigates, the Atlas frigates, are able to just consolidate to join the fight. But still, I'm worried about the Tyrannium here. It's getting pretty close to defeat, so I'm looking to call down an engineer as far away as I can from his heavy annihilator. Building a armory will allow me to build an artillery cruiser to snipe down the heavy annihilator and then capture that region. I am capturing the middle Tyrannium generator, but I'm also concerned about this advanced assembly that I can see off to the side, and I do get vision of it now, so I see he has a dreadnought. It's about 80% completed, so that would be bad news for me if it finishes. My dreadnought's level 4, but the fact that he has so many units nearby, more being called in all the time, and the fact that my dreadnought's already wounded, I wouldn't survive if his Retributor completes. So right now I've decided to go for the kill, try and snipe down the advanced assembly, calling down a carving turret as well. That's going to give me extra support. The cruisers get picked off very quickly by it, and the advanced assembly will also take some damage once it starts engaging. Won't be able to complete here. It's a race against time. Calling down saboteurs, but that won't help him. Down goes the advanced assembly. I have control of the middle now, but still the flanks are out of my control, which has me concerned. Another dreadnought being built there, but I have one already completed, the Prometheus dreadnought. That's a dreadnought destroyer. Very powerful versus his dreadnoughts. Not that he has any, of course, because I blew up his advanced assembly. And so I can push for the win here against his Nexus, but I also have to do something about these corners. So that's why I've got this Artemis building. I sent my engineer to boost the armory so it would churn out the cruiser faster, because time is of the essence here. I'm splitting up my dreadnoughts, so what I want to do is go for the cutoffs, because I know he won't have much of a standing army, given that he's kept sending in reinforcements, trying to delay my dreadnoughts to finish off his construction of his own. But he calls down in a saboteur, takes off my my armory, so good map awareness there by Shimbalama. He didn't allow my my sneaky tomfoolery to complete, but this time doesn't have any defenses in position on his Tyrannium generator, so I do call down an engineer and I start building some smarties. So that's going to prevent him from taking that region back. He has these saboteurs on cooldown, I suspect, so he wouldn't be able to use that ability again. And it has been neutralized now, so he's lost vision, calling down a sapper to also build some defenses. Though I see a constructor in the side building a annihilator, but it does get taken out by a squad of the sentries, which I just called in. So for now, I have the Tyrannium stabilized. So I'm not going to lose to the Tyrannium anytime soon, so long as I don't lose either the middle or the left Tyrannium generators, which is still cause for concern. I'm going for air units here because I want to make sure I have a mobile army to respond to what happens in these corners. It's just secured, and you can see he has forward production of assemblies. He's building some of the Eradicator cruisers, which are quite strong versus the Prometheus in particular. The issue being, however, is that he wasn't able to consolidate his forces. His assemblies are pretty far forward, and my cruiser, my dreadnought rather, was able to just keep pushing in and taking them out as they spawn. So I didn't give him any breathing room, because if I did, he may have been able to overpower my dreadnought there. The Prometheus isn't ideal versus cruisers. It has a very long cooldown on its main weapon, but it is a powerful main weapon, which is what makes it strong versus other dreadnoughts and against buildings as well. So now it's just two dreadnoughts closing in on his Nexus like a pincer maneuver. The Nexus is exposed, it's pretty weak. I think he has some building upgrades there, but won't buy him a lot of time. He has gone for a rather large air transition, or at least he was trying to. He has 3 gunships in the sky. He has a couple of bombers there as well. I have some of the anti-air frigates, but they get taken out rather quickly. But it won't matter though. The dreadnoughts have pretty much full health at this point, and he's losing his Nexus health rapidly. Bottom left Tyrannium still secured. Middle one still secured. There's a decent amount of forces there. And so now I'm able to just focus his Nexus down. Nothing he can do to prevent this. And that's the GG.
Enemy Nexus has been destroyed.
GG, well played. It was a fun game. Thank you for watching. My name is Callum McCall. I'm the lead designer for Ash's Escalation. Subscribe to the Stardock channel for all Ash's content and announcements.